Hey everyone, so I'm not sure if this video is one that I should be making, but I'm going to anyway. There was a thing that happened at the Oscars last night between Chris Rock and Will Smith. Now, Chris Rock, we know as a comedian, he's been doing comedy for years and years and years. Not sure how many years, but a lot of them. And Will Smith has been a comedian slash rapper slash actor for a very long time as well. And Chris Rock was there saying jokes about different people throughout the crowd. And then he points out Jada, who is Will Smith's wife. And he says, "Hey, I love you, girl." And then makes a joke about G.I. Jane 2. Because G.I. Jane was a movie with a woman with no hair shaved off. And come to find out, Jada actually has a condition where she has a lot of hair loss, and that's why her hair is shaven. Now, knowing Chris Rock, or knowing how comedy goes in general at this point, comedians make fun of others, and people laugh about it unless it goes too far. Now, people seem to laugh about the situation that happened with the joke that Chris Rock said. Even Will Smith laughed a little bit until he saw Jada's expression on her face, as well as the audience. When the audience saw her face, they're like, whoa, 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 that might be a little too far, because she does have a disorder that makes this happen, and she's very sad about it. She's not happy about it in any sense of the word. So obviously it hurt her feelings. But one thing I gotta say is, I feel like Chris Rock would have known that Jada Pinkett Smith had this issue and knew how much of a problem it was to her heart. But the thing is, when comedians have their bits, they stick with them. And yes, it was a little, out of left field, but that's what comedy is, especially with stand-up comedians. It's making jokes about people and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not defending him. I want to make that clear. I'm not defending Chris Rock in any way, but I do say that it seems like it was almost like a joke centered around a friend, but since it was public, it made it very embarrassing, which is completely understandable. Even if it was like in a party setting and not on TV, if Chris Rock would have made this joke, it would have probably still made her upset, because it's the embarrassment around everybody. Like, if it was maybe behind closed doors with just the three of them, it might have went over okay. Or she would have said, "Oh, don't make a joke like that. I'm pretty hurt about it." But either way, Will Smith laughed at first, but he was probably laughing at the joke before, and then it was just continuing on. But then he saw Jada's expression, went up to Chris Rock, and slapped him across the face. Now, if you haven't seen the unedited version, you'll know that he also started cursing at Chris Rock, saying, keep my wife out of your mouth." He said it twice. He used the F word, and he was extremely, extremely mad. You could tell this is not staged. People keep saying, "Oh, it's fake, it's staged." No, it's not. You could tell by the expression on Will Smith's face and Chris Rock's face. He was like, "Dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke. It wasn't that big of a deal." And, this is definitely something that should have been discussed beforehand. And I don't know if this joke was written for Chris Rock to say, or Chris Rock just said it as improv. Now, that I don't know. A lot of people don't talk about that. So I'm guessing he just came up with it himself. And I personally don't think that Will Smith should have used violence to do it, but now people are all talking about it, including me. I'm one that's talking about it as well. And I think that it was uncalled for Chris Rock to say what he did, even though he is a comedian and he does, He does these kind of things all the time, and so do other comedians. Now, I actually, I don't know if it was necessarily uncalled for, but I do feel like people's, emotions should be thought about before saying jokes like that. It's happened so recently for her that she's probably upset about it. Now, we're not talking about the open relationship between Will Smith and Jada. He obviously loves her, and since he saw her upset, he went over, smacked Chris Rock, and he was like, dude, it was a joke, and he was trying so hard not to get mad on stage, and I feel like he did an amazing job not getting mad on stage, but I believe that this is a problem that they've had, and they may have had a problem in the past as well, but this is the first time that it comes into light on live television, and I feel bad for both Chris Rock, or all three, Chris Rock, Jada Smith, and Will Smith, because I feel like things could have been handled a little bit differently. If he did think that that wasn't right, he should have just said something. Will Smith could have went up, said something to him instead of smacking him in the face, but I guess that wouldn't have got as much clout. Not that that's what he's looking for, because he did win the Oscar, Will Smith did, and I think that obviously drinking probably had something at play at this point, and also, it was a distasteful joke, so I could see that, but I don't think that violence should have, this should have caused any type of violence, but overall, it was a crazy experience seeing that and seeing the unaltered footage. But anyway, what do you think? Leave in the comments below. If there's something that I missed, please put that in the comments below as well. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you do end up liking it. If not, please leave in the comments below why you didn't. I'd really appreciate it. And make sure to click that subscribe button if you like this video, like past videos, and want to see more in the future. Thank you so much. Goodbye.